Alright, hello people, welcome to Raw Impact Africa TV, and my name is Emmanuel Yaba. Alright, recently I made a trip to Guinea, Conakry, and it was a flight from Abuja, Nigeria, all the way. Abuja International Airport is actually very lovely, as you can see. It's a really, really lovely place. It's an international airport, and this is actually me on the Valentine's Day. I left my wife, I left my family, and my daughter's birthday too was that day. Yeah, the flight was actually for 8:55. So I had to go to the airport as early as possible so that I could board in time. Because I remember those days whenever I need to travel, I need to like run helter skelter, helter skelter. But this time around, I had to go on time. And this is actually Air Cote d'Ivoire. Air Cote d'Ivoire was the flight. We flew. Yeah, it did about 4 hours. We got to Togo. When we stopped in Togo, we picked up some people from Togo. And from Togo, we now stopped over. I think the next stop we took was in Abidjan. Abidjan, incidentally, is the capital of Cote d'Ivoire. So from Abidjan now, we had to do the final stop at Guinea. Yeah, Guinea, and yeah, it was actually in Conakry, which happens to be the capital. So let's yeah, this us now. Yeah, okay, we just landed Togo now. They're all small West African countries. So we didn't really stay much there. We just stopped in Togo, picked some people, and boom, we took off again and landed in Conakry. So, yeah, this is Conakry now, and yeah, a couple of security checks here and there. Yeah, I was really tired, really tired. So some passengers leaving the flight, and one of my students international, I didn't know she was my student. Yeah, now this is Conakry, small airport. This is Conakry city. Yeah, it's actually not too much of a difference from Nigeria, but incidentally, it actually looks like Maraba for the state capital. Maraba is one of the suburbs. So this was us, on the way to where we were supposed to be staying. Okay, so yeah, that was it. So at the airport, at the hotel, we were welcomed with good food, fish, chips, and yeah, it was fun. So all right, the first day now being on the 15th, it was a morning, so we just had to wake up as by 7:30. We're already at the restaurant, where we had some breakfast. And yeah, I was here is my consultant, Miss Ifanya Jebu. I was actually trying out the camera a young girl came with. She came with the 5D Mark III, so we used it. We are here in Conakry for a film capacity building program for women. And my student came with a 5D Mark III, and she said she came with a small camera. Whereas the last movie I shot in Nigeria, I used the 5D Mark III, and it got nominated for 5 film festivals. That's got nominated in UK, in US, and South Africa with this camera. So this is actually a very big camera. You have a 35 to 105 lens on this 5D Mark III. And this is a small camera. So I wonder what you call big camera. With this, you can actually become a professional filmmaker. Right now with phones, people are professional filmmakers. Check that?
Yes.
Maybe she only meant in terms of size.
No, she understood what she was saying. No. She knows what she was saying. So, c'est clair?
Yes. C'est
Yeah,
clair.
so after breakfast, we had to all go to the venue for the training. It was actually in a big, very big hotel, so much beautiful ambient, beautiful space. Yeah, in Nigeria here, we could compare it to Transcorp, so that was very nice. Yeah, and there was security too, which incidentally is the most important thing for the tourism sector. So this is Mr. Felipe, the cultural. Welcome, monsieur. So, security check for COVID, and also to make sure that nobody's coming with anything that is harmful. Yeah, right now we're still trying to set up, these tables, chairs, and participants have started coming from different walks of life. So my French was really, really funny though. Everybody was just laughing about my French. So yeah, so everything said, the young filmmakers who mostly females, from Togo, from Benin Republic, and from Guinea Conakry, took turns in introducing themselves. So they told us their names, told us what they do, and told us their expectations on this capacity building program. So yeah, I was the international consultant. I spoke in English, and I had an interpreter who could understand.
So you're more of a
English and French,
cinematographer?
so it was more of I speak, he responds, I speak, he responds, kind of. Yeah, initially it was
Yeah, as in
supposed
Le
to be a
Camera, Le
challenge,
Camera.
because when we had the Sierra Leone program, it was smooth. So when we're planning for this now, there was this fear of language problem, language barrier. But incidentally, it now even became sweeter than the former one, in such a way that my consultant was so excited, and as we speak right now, another trip is also being planned. Yeah, so um, something that was actually supposed to be an impediment ended up being a blessing. As in, we even turned it into comedy, the whole language thing, my trying to speak French and them trying to understand me. So it was really kind of interesting and funny at the same time. This was actually the first time I was actually going to be teaching people who don't really understand English language. So, just as I said, we were thinking it was going to be difficult, but it ended up being fun. So, enjoy.
Bonjour, moi c'est Gary Girassi, journaliste, écrivaine, secrétaire de rédaction au groupe GFM.
She is a journalist, she is also a writer, woman writer, and secretary
de rédaction à film.
Okay, so she is also working in film, radio, she is an assistant for writing.
Responsable de desk chargé des questions de femmes et de l'enfance.
So she is the responsible for the desk and in charge of the unit.
Okay, yeah, one of the interesting part of this program was there was so much to eat. As in, we eat like an average of 4 times every day. We'll come in the morning, we eat from the hotel, have breakfast in the hotel in the morning. We come and have tea break. After tea break, we go come back for lunch. After lunch, there's another one again. They call it brunch, And it was always buffet, as in just come eat as you want. And I think the Guinea people, they have a whole lot of food, so much food, so much to eat. I eat, and I couldn't even eat so much again. And yeah, so this is the morning section now where we're having. This was actually the first breakfast, And I think before this time now, okay, have I even thought? I can't remember if I thought or not, but yeah, this was us and having breakfast, to prepare for the day.
Was all these young filmmakers begin to understand how to make film. You go down to Nigeria, those people don't know this.
So the program actually availed us opportunity of walking, discussing with people, some of these young filmmakers are meeting each other for the very first time. So it really created that ample opportunity for them to meet, network, discuss, and plan how to move the African filmmaking to another level. And right about now, we are about starting the day's work proper. This is Mr. Diallo, the UNESCO officer in charge of Guinea Conakry. Such a wonderful, nice man. And these are participants from Guinea Conakry. Yeah, all here to learn the art in science and filmmaking. What has been working for Nollywood, how they can adapt it into their own filmmaking system and make it work for them. All right, so let us go back into the classroom now as we start the lecture proper. So, to declare the occasion open was the Honorable Minister of Culture and Tourism, Guinea. He came around because before UNESCO can actually start any event, the minister has to come. So, in fact, we actually waited a lot, and before we had to start. So here we are. We've started. Let us hear his brief.
Bienvenue. J'en ai été à notre forte délégation d'Abuja, mais aussi aux participants venus des pays frères du Togo, du Bénin et du Nigeria.
Yeah, so there was other photographs where the stakeholders actually took pictures with the Honorable Minister of Culture and Tourism, and yeah, the Culture Officer Abuja, Mr. Fayatego, now had to make some opening remarks.
No, when you come to a workshop, this one. So because of that, I saw some people doing what we call executive sitting.
Mes genoux,
My toes,
mes orteils,
my head,
ma tête,
my shoulders,
mes épaules,
my knees,
mes genoux,
my toes.
Alright, bonjour. Comment ça va? Allez à finish. Alright, this class is going to be interactive.
Donc, s'il vous plaît, cette classe est une classe interactive. Hein?
Very, very interactive.
Ça, c'est très interactif. Il y a pas de-
I talk, you respond.
Ok.
Okay. So
Je suis un témoin vivant.
I started film from nothing,
Moi, j'ai commencé le film à partir de rien.
and today I have shot in Hollywood.
Et aujourd'hui, j'ai une bonne Hollywood. Hein?
Hollywood, America. I've shot in Hollywood.
Ok, donc il a travaillé, il a fait un film à Hollywood.
I've shot in Nigeria.
Et il était acteur aussi au Nigeria.
But film, no they speak English.
Non, le film, c'est pas le fait de parler l'anglais, c'est pas ça qui est bon.
Hello?
Ça va?
Film.
Yeah, there was so much to learn, and just as I said before, after learning, we still have to go get some food. And this was lunch time. Everybody just has to take a bite of something, eat, make merry, and be happy. So yeah, this is right now where we're trying to have something to eat. And yeah, as I said before, it was more of a buffet style. Where you go, you grab something for yourself, eat as your power reach. Not when you go to places like this, you eat past your power. That one they worry. So
Let me see this
I have to eat as my power reach. So that's it.
Toi qui parles anglais, dis-moi.
Ce n'est pas de problème.
Voilà ici.
Actless. Want this? This. Chocolate. That's egg. I look like egg.
No, it's not egg. It's crepe.
What? Crap.
Crepe. I don't know what to tell it in.
My English, like
My Francais, right?
Take it. You will be before to leave Guinea.
Yeah.
You will be.
Yeah, no, that's what I want. Finish.
Finish.
What's this? Yes, I want to leave
Reason.
English. What's this?
Reason.
What reason?
Reason. Reason.
English?
Yes, reason. Je pense. Hein?
Wine.
Wine. Wine. What you take to make champagne vin.
Vinegar? No? Not vinegar.
No, not vinegar.
Wine.
Champagne. Wine.
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 Vin rouge.
You teach me French, you love me no go.
Yeah, so yeah, we're trying to cope with our French and had something to eat. That was the important thing, and everybody was happy. The one was really exciting. We got so many things to learn. Also trying to see how we could cope with the French and the English way of doing things. And at the end of the day, it was au revoir. You know what au revoir means? Time to go home.
Ok,
And then the driver was there to pick me home.
Je viens du Togo.
Je te go. Me, mon ami, Nigeria.
Yeah, that was me with Elizabeth from the Republic of Togo. She's a cinematographer and a filmmaker. So yeah, we're about getting ready for the 2 of our training program, and you can see all our participants. They are all settling down. Mr. Ifeanyi is trying to set up projector. I'm also trying to put up my own system. Now they're actually trying to do a review. We had to do a recap of what they learned yesterday. That's one of the techniques we developed to see how they can get a brief of some of the things they've learned, and then we can now go over the things for today. So let's just pay attention to a recap of what they're doing.
déjà, c'est que c'est vrai que nous avons parlé de convention, mais en réalité, ce que j'ai retenu, c'est qu'il y a une différence entre la convention et les lois. Pour moi, avant une convention, on la considérait plus comme une loi parce que après, à un moment donné, on avait.
Nigeria has become the first cinema power in Africa.
C'est pas gratuit.
It's not for nothing.
Maintenant, c'est la Guinée.
And now we want Guinea to be like.
Tu vas prendre la relève.
Yeah, we want to take the lead.
Vous l'avez promis, hein?
You are the first. You promised me to be leader in the cinema making.
Merci bien.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Before you break a rule,
Avant de transgresser une règle,
please know the rule.
il faut la connaître d'abord.
There must be a motivation
Il doit y avoir une motivation
for breaking a rule. That is my best series of all time.
Ça, c'est ma meilleure série de moi.
I do more of action films. I do more of action films.
Ok, moi j'ai fait beaucoup de films d'action.
So,
Beaucoup de règles qu'ils ont brisées là-bas.
but it was for the purpose of effect.
Et c'était pour le but d'un effet.
They wanted to heighten the tension. So
Une-
the tension has to be high
Donc la tension doit être élevée
for you to understand
pour que vous compreniez ça
and enjoy the film.
et pour aimer ce film-là.
So you see a lot of shaking cameras.
Vous allez voir des caméras qui...
Camera almost all the time crossing the camera angle, crossing the camera line.
Donc, c'est traverser la ligne de caméra.
They crossed it a lot of times in that film.
Et chaque fois, on traverse le champ de caméra.
But no one
Mais
complained.
personne ne se plaignait qu'il y avait tous ces
It was meant to heighten the tension.
C'était fait pour qu'on élève un peu la tension.
And it worked very well.
Et ça a bien marché.
You cannot do that for dialogue.
Vous ne pouvez pas faire ça pour le dialogue.
If you do that for dialogue,
Quand vous le faites pour le dialogue,
like when I was proposing to her,
alors je lui propose
that will you marry me?
et tu veux me marier
And you took one camera shot from here,
et vous prenez un filmant ici
and you want to take her response,
et vous voulez prendre sa réponse
and you brought the second take here.
et vous mettez le deuxième ici.
Instead of her looking this way,
Au lieu qu'elle regarde
she's
ici,
looking this
elle va
way.
regarder de l'autre côté.
So before you break any rule, as Mr. Stefan said,
Avant que tu brises une autre règle comme il a été dit,
make sure you know the rule.
Yeah, it's actually getting pretty hot in here, and as we finished the day 2, the first part of the training program, which was actually on the principles of the art of production, you know. So as I said, there was so much to eat and drink, and we are here now for another round of food, you know. We've been teaching all this while, so we now have to eat, and after eating, we now have to go back for the next class, and this is still food. We are still eating. Yeah, and incidentally, this happens to be the final day, day 3, and yeah, it's been really an eye opener and getting super interesting here, you know. So we're just having breakfast now, and I tried to look a little bit casual today, so that the day's work will be smooth, you know.
Et puis je regarde à la télé. Il y a quelqu'un qui m'appelle. Hey, je t'ai vu. Moi, sur RTG, après j'ai mis sur RTG.
Sur l'espace. Non, c'est clash. Non, c'est bien beau de donner des formations, c'est bien beau d'organiser des ateliers, c'est bien beau de faire ci, de faire ça.
Thank you. Merci.
So yeah, after it, we also had a vote of thanks from most of the participants. You know, starting with the Elizabeth from Togo. She gave us a vote of thanks of the things she's learned and how it's going to affect her filmmaking career positively when she goes back.
Déjà, je voulais remercier l'UNESCO pour nous avoir invités. Pour moi, cet atelier était assez spécial parce que ça nous a permis de comprendre encore d'autres facettes du cinéma. Certes, on connaissait un peu, mais avec ce que M. Emmanuel nous a donné comme enseignement, nous avons mieux compris beaucoup de choses et nous espérons pouvoir nous en tenir à ce qu'il nous a montré pour faire mieux dans nos pays respectifs.
Merci. De Bénin.
À tous. À mon nom propre, je m'appelle Isabelle Colcoldois, à mon nom propre et au nom de toutes mes collègues et camarades ici présents et de nos encadreurs, je souhaite dire merci au gouvernement guinéen et merci à l'UNESCO pour cette initiative assez grandiose qui nous réunit ici. Parmi celles qui sont là, celles qui me connaissent, c'est peut-être un tiers. Mais grâce à cette initiative, mon réseau s'agrandit aujourd'hui. Donc, au sortir de cet atelier, je voudrais remercier aussi les encadreurs qui, malgré leur calendrier chargé, ont accepté de souffrir, venir en Guinée et partager avec nous leurs connaissances gratuitement. Et donc, au sortir de cet atelier, je disais, nous avons une recommandation à faire en tant que participantes. C'est que nous souhaitons que cet atelier de renforcement de capacité ne soit qu'un premier volet d'une longue série d'activités. Il s'est avéré que ici dans la salle, il y a des apprenantes qui sont à la base, il y a les moyennes et il y a celles qui ont de la compétence. Mais ensemble, nous avons appris quelque chose de très important ici. C'est que, à l'image de ce que disait M. Philippe concernant les conventions, dans n'importe quel domaine d'activité, nous avons besoin de conventions. Donc nous avons besoin de nous mettre ensemble pour pouvoir faire bouger notre machine. Et pour cela, tout ensemble, nous demandons à l'UNESCO et au ministère de la Culture de refaire d'autres activités qui nous permettront de montrer, de prouver notre savoir-faire et de montrer que, oui, à travers les explications de M. Emmanuel et M. Efiani, nous avons retenu quelque chose que nous avons pu mettre en œuvre à travers des formations plus pratiques. Voilà. Donc, sur ce, je voudrais aussi vous recommander de faire une plateforme. Il ne faut plus jamais qu'on se quitte, parce que grâce à cette formation, nous sommes devenus des copines, nous sommes devenus une famille. Donc, restons sur cette lancée et bonne chance. Merci.
Le ministère de la Culture, du Tourisme et de la Culture, M. Philippe, chef du programme de la culture et de l'UNESCO, Victor, qui est du même bureau régional, qui travaille à la culture au bureau régional de l'UNESCO. Monsieur le formateur, l'interprète, j'allais dire les deux jumeaux, parce qu'ils ont fait un travail vraiment impressionnant. Et chères participantes, c'est avec un grand plaisir que je parle la parole au thème de cet atelier. D'abord, remercier, je commencerai par les participantes, qu'on a pu découvrir à travers cette activité. Elles nous ont laissé de très bonnes impressions. On a compris donc dans le domaine du cinéma, de la télévision, la Guinée a des talents.
All right, so after the closing formalities, we went back now for lunch, and yeah, it was like going to be the last lunch for the program, as everybody had to eat, and also hoping to get to the high point of the program, which was actually the short film that we were going to produce, you know. So the idea of the whole program was at the end of the day, we should be able, the team should be able to make a short film, you know. So yeah, right about now we're actually going for food so that we can actually go back and round up the program. you know.
Oui.
So that's
Mangez,
where we are
mangez.
right now.
Eat. Tu vois, moi par exemple, je peux pas filmer.
I see myself in your
Yeah,
video.
yeah. Oui. Tu vois, moi par exemple, je peux pas filmer ça là non, et puis mettre ça sur Facebook ou bien YouTube. Je vous jure, on va me frapper. Oui, mon professeur d'image va me frapper. Yeah. Bon appétit.
Merci. Bon appétit à tous. Les Béninois. J'ai oublié comment on dit d'ailleurs bonjour.
Et Mifo Gandia.
Mifo Gandia à tous les Béninois.
D'accord. Allez, 1, 2 et hop, thanks. Jus de pomme.
Alright, so
Bon
the high
appetit.
point of the whole program was the production of a film that was produced and directed by the participants titled Single at 35, which is going to be out soon. Yeah, it's now time to go home back, and this is me going back to Guinea airport so that I could now connect Morocco, and from Morocco I'll be heading back to Abuja, Nigeria. It was actually a beautiful experience for me. I got to meet a lot of people, I got to meet new contacts, I got to understand the African cinema better, and yeah, though I felt bad, but yeah, I mean, I have to go home to my family, and yeah, this was me approaching the security post, and yeah, this is me trying to, yeah, I think now this is, I've now arrived Casablanca airport, and en route Abuja. Yeah, it was actually a good time. And yeah, this is Casablanca airport in Morocco. I had to do a stop over here. I actually spent about more than 12 hours here, for me to get my next flight to Abuja, Nigeria. It was actually a lovely airport, so much state-of-the-art facility, and yeah. So yeah, because of this trip, I was able to make about 4 African countries in 2 days. I had to touch all of them, and yeah, this was my short stay Atlas Hotel, where I had to spend the night. Spend the day. Yeah, was the room I was given, where I could now stay here and board my flight, which was supposed to be in the evening. So this was around 7 a.m. in the morning, and my flight was supposed to be for 11. So I needed a place to rest, and yeah, I had internet, and I had to rest, and yeah, this is it. Obiagi Jebuna. I'm back to Abuja Airport, and now I'm about to carry my bag and head home. to meet my family that I left for a very long time. I really want to say a special thank you to Ifani, thank you to Mr. Felipe, thank you to UNESCO, thank you to my students too. I love you. Bye bye.